Hi everybody. Welcome back for another Wind Down Wednesday.
We should put up Halloween decorations.
I'm being a real slacker. October kind of snuck up on me. I had to scrounge to get these decorations out just for the video for tonight. I'm way behind in my fall decorating. Quite honestly, this is the only glimpse of fall you're going to get down here in Florida because we don't have leaves changing colors or anything else like that. And as we speak right now, it's still probably in the low 80s. So
It's nice tonight. It's beautiful.
we're having a real problem down here with the air quality has been really bad.
The smoke from Canada.
Yeah, that's kind of been making its way down here the past couple of days. A little bit of like the irritation in the throat, but it's not as bad outside right now.
But I will tell you this: I went for my walk today, and my neighbors in my neighborhood, they are Halloween nuts. I mean,
they go all out with the decorations.
You know the one that has the bodies, the bloody bodies in the yard? It's out. There's bloody bodies, hands coming out of the thing with blood on them with knives. It's like there's a table with like a severed head and eyeballs.
Oh my gosh, that's not very kid friendly.
You should see it. I was gonna take a picture of it today. I'll take a picture tomorrow, but it's like I'd say at least 20% of the houses in my neighborhood have Halloween decorations out, and big ones too, like big ones.
And of those, probably half of them have had them out since the middle or beginning of September.
Right, and they're all the type of people that are like Christmas vacation people. They always put at Christmas. They put gigantic lights up and everything. So what are we doing tonight? We are doing...
All right, we have two wines that are both from the north coast of California. This one is Mixed Track Rosé in collaboration with Inizi. It's got this really cool like electric guitar kind of label to it. And then we also are going to be sampling the Middle Jane Zinfandel, which is also from North Coast, California.
Okay, so just a quick shout out. We got some homemade beef jerky here. My friend Nick lives in my neighborhood. He donates all the profits to this to, I believe it's cancer research. Somebody in his family had cancer, and he makes homemade organic beef jerky.
Unfortunately, he doesn't ship anywhere, so he only makes like local deliveries.
Yes.
But if you live in the Claremont,
Groveland area, he will deliver to you, and it's all sealed packages. Everything's organic, no preservatives.
Oh my gosh, nice and fresh.
And it's garlic pepper. We have garlic pepper in original, but he has all kinds of flavors, sweet and spicy.
Oh yeah, it's delicious.
And he said the hottest he'll go is sriracha. He will not go to ghost pepper.
No.
This is because nobody can handle it.
I think I would agree with that. So this is they're both 2020 vintages that we're having this year. This one is $25 a bottle, so pretty moderately priced. It's a blend of 50% Primavito, 30% Sangiovese, and 20% Barbera. It's described as fruity and crisp. So I'm going to stop there for a moment. Have you had a chance to try it yet? What do you think?
Yes, initially pre-food.
I mean, it's got a good like blush, almost like a copper kind of color to it. It's not like super pink. It's got a little bit like orangish.
It's got a little bite to it after you have some of the cheese, like more pungent cheese. There's a little bit of the throat.
Really?
When I initially drank it, no, it was more of a smooth down the throat thing. But when I ate the raspberry pungent cheese,
this is definitely very fruit forward.
Yes.
And it's not a real like light kind of tasting wine. It has lots of flavor to it. That's my Boar's Head Ever Roast chicken.
That is good.
I know. So it says yummy. If we could describe this new rosé collaboration wine in one word, it is simply yummy. It is a blend of 3 grapes that are normally found in vineyards across Italy. Primavito is a cousin of Zinfandel, so that's a fun one.
It is good.
It's 50% Primavito, which is a cousin of Zinfandel, which is the other wine. So I thought these wines would really play off of each other really well.
No, we've done this before?
I think we've had both of these before, yes.
This is good.
Yes, I know. So the Primavito adds a lovely strawberry, juicy, and fruity note to the wine. Sangiovese brings a crisp, tart cherry quality that brings a beautiful lift and brightness. And Barbera, a classic blending grape in Cal Ital wines, brings a fresh blood orange flavor with a zesty finish. I think that's what you're getting is the blood orange.
No, but the coloring is like, it's not amber, but it's not amber. Amber is more brownish.
Yeah.
But it's definitely...
It's not a typical like pink.
No, rosés usually are a little bit lighter colored than this.
Yeah, they do come in a variety of different shades. So it says more richness than Provençal rosé. This mixed track still has great character for a smooth patio rosé or with food. So I think
You gonna try
it's a
something?
nice
Let
blend
me try a little jerky.
of a lot of different kind of flavors, but I think that blood orange is kind of what gives it a little more of a punch. It's still very smooth though. I was gonna try some of the dried cherries.
This is a great Wednesday night wine. It's great.
Just for sipping. Don't you think though that like this rosé would go well like into the fall?
Yeah,
Some
absolutely.
different things that you have in the fall.
This is just a great Wednesday night wine. Honestly, we both need a break. I'm working so hard.
It's been so busy.
I have both of my businesses are like rocking and rolling right now, and it's like I worked up until literally a half an hour ago. You know, it's like, and she's working constantly, and it's like
Staying up late at night, because there's no possible way I can get it done during the hours and the day that I actually get paid for.
this is our break.
Yes.
This is it.
Wednesdays we make the commitment to stop, put everything else aside,
Yep.
and just
Yep.
relax. You have to try this with the cherries. The dried cherries with this wine is
trying 'em.
absolutely delicious. So I also put out a little bit of, we have our veggies, and we have the Tuscan herb, Italian, the olive oil, and the Italian seasonings. And with it, I'm
Here's your
curious
rice.
to see, because these are all grapes that they said the Cal Ital.
I've already tried that, and it's excellent. But you're right, that with the
Oh
dried
my
cherries.
gosh, absolutely delicious.
Yikes.
I'm gonna try a little bit of this cheese, and
Yeah,
I'm gonna
try
try
that.
some of the veggies with the
Try
Tuscan
that
olive oil.
and tell me if you think there's a little bite to the back of your throat. And of
blue
course,
cheese.
the colored tomatoes. These are awesome. I have tomatoes growing right now, but they won't be ready probably till February.
Oh.
The rate they're growing. But, anyways, I'm crazy. You know you're busy when it just literally gets to be 6 o'clock, and you're like, where the hell did the day go? It's like,
Okay, so with the raspberry ale cheese,
where you getting?
it complements very well, but right in the back of my throat, like towards the end on the finish, I get a little bit of like a like peppery
I told you.
kind of feeling to
See?
it. I'm surprised by that. I didn't think that would happen with that cheese.
And you have the Parmigiano Reggiano here,
I
right?
do. A little bit stronger, more like pungent cheese.
Muliano.
I thought that would probably go better with the Zinfandel, but it tends to, because it's like a saltier cheese, it tends to bring out the flavors of the wine a little bit more. So
The beef jerky tastes really good.
oh, I got to give that a try. The soil to sip report. So this is from the time it was grown on the vine until it got into the bottle. The 3 grapes that comprise this stunning wine are harvested at night, with the cool September temperatures keeping the clusters fresh and the crispy flavors intact.
I think it's beautiful outside right now.
It actually is very pleasant outside. This is a pretty good night. Just maybe 5 degrees cooler.
Do you remember a month ago?
Oh my
Was
gosh.
it a month ago we were sitting out here?
I think.
And we couldn't get through the video. We had to hurry the video up. It was so warm.
It was, yeah, we were
And
sweating.
everything was getting nasty.
Yeah, it was melting.
Yeah.
The fruit was directly pressed gently into stainless steel tanks to get just enough color and flavor to highlight this delightful fruit-forward juice. Once the fermentation occurred in stainless steel, the wine was moved to neutral French oak barrels to age further
that's where we're getting
for
the
4 to
flavor.
6 months. I think that like the oak barrels is where you tend to get more of like the smoother, like bolder kind of flavors.
That's where you're getting the richer flavor in this rosé.
Yeah.
Which maybe if you rewind the videos, I may have graded this pretty high. This is a good one.
Honestly, there's almost every single rosé that I've had
Well,
from
the
the Scout
vintage.
Cellar site. I love.
The vintage,
I love it.
it's 2020. Which again, that was a shit show year, but
But they produce some pretty good grapes.
that year was,
Surprisingly.
yeah, that was a pretty good year for grapes. And we've done lots of videos with 2020 vintages. But I will tell you this is an excellent rosé. And I never liked rosés. I never even bought them. I never used to buy them.
I know. I was always used to the white Zinfandels when I saw rosés. I thought white Zinfandel, and I always thought that those were like too sugary, and I didn't like them. But there's lots and lots of rosés out there that are very fruit forward and are not sugary at all.
If you buy rosés from the grocery store or the liquor store, most likely they are going to be very sugary. They're going to be very sweet. This is not overtly sugary, but it does have a sweetness to it.
Now this is interesting with the beef jerky.
What are you getting?
I think I'm getting more of like the blood orange and kind of like tartness
What do you think of that jerky?
of the wine. It's delicious. It's absolutely delicious. So the tasty notes for this wine are strawberry. I don't have any of those tonight. But cherry and sea salt. So that's what we said. It really goes great with the dried cherries.
Oh yeah.
It says pairs well with seafood and poultry. So
plums, yeah.
that's why I have the Everose chicken and poultry. I thought I'm going to give this a try with this wine.
It tastes just like chicken soup.
I know. I love it.
Oh, you have to be.
Did you miss me? You just saw me a couple days ago.
I can't kiss her with lipstick.
I think it's pretty much cemented on there right now.
Yep, but we definitely, we are definitely going to have a wine party. We have to clean this wine garden up.
I know.
It needs to be cleaned up. We got
It's been neglected.
to freshen it with more flowers and
It's been so long since we have a party out here.
Get our fountain going again. We have a fountain.
Uh-huh.
Got to make sure it's unclogged. I gotta go and unclog the filter. But yeah, it's gonna be a great time. But no, I would definitely, if I had to rate this, I would definitely tonight. I mean, every night is different, but tonight I would definitely say 8.5.
It'd be funny to go back and see what you rated it the last time
Thank you for bringing
that we had it. You're welcome.
So I can clean my teeth because my teeth get crap in them.
Not really wowed with the Everose chicken. It's really great quality chicken, but with this wine, it's not really doing anything for me. I mean, it's fine.
What's that?
That's barbecue pork tenderloin, which is to go with the red. So we'll try that in a minute. But the ingredients of this wine are grapes, yeast, oak, and sulfites. And that's all that goes into this wine. It is 13.5% alcohol. It is 0.05 grams per liter of residual sugar and 68 parts per milliliter of sulfite. So pretty low.
Yeah, and oh yeah, even that cheese, the smoked Gouda. I get a little bit of the.
I still need to try some of these veggies over here.
That is really bizarre with the cheeses. I'm getting a little bit of a bite in the back of the throat, the peppery bite, which I like.
Yeah.
Because I was a big Shiraz fan. Remember, back in the day, I used to drink Shiraz all the time. I love that peppery, rich flavor.
I don't really like the peppery.
Oh, I love Shiraz. But the thing is, now, after drinking these wines, I would never go back to that. They don't make a Shiraz. I mean, do they make a Shiraz? They make the Petite Syrah.
There might be one that's like it's part of a blend.
Well, they do a blend that's a Petite Syrah and a Syrah and something, and a Merlot maybe? But none of them are straight, like there is a straight up Merlot. There isn't a straight up Petite Syrah though.
I don't think so.
No.
So this is 108 calories per 5-ounce serving, 0.007 grams of carbs per 5-ounce serving, and 0 fat.
That means you can drink it and love yourself at the same time.
Oh my gosh, so low in carbs. It's like, this really is just there to help enhance whatever it is you're doing.
And it's good for your blood.
Yeah.
It is. Good for your health in moderation.
So, again, I feel like the dip here, it's overpowering the wine.
It is. I think the red will definitely work well with that.
Yeah.
But you didn't get enough seasoning in there.
I have the thing inside. We could add some more to it later, but
she doesn't even chew.
No.
She's inhaled.
Yeah.
Chunk of cheese. Just goes. Like, where did it go? Anyways, yeah, so we're gonna move on to the next one, but I just had some of the Parmesan on.
Okay, well, a fun little did you know fact. There is still debate as to the true relationship between Prima Vito and Zinfandel. They are either the same grape or first cousins, so pretty close. But there is no debate that both are delicious. Bold and create jammy. Oh yeah, you don't have your readers on, sorry. Here, what if there we go. If I enlarge it for you.
Tribia drag?
Yeah. You got me. Whatever. So very interesting. It just kind of like coincidental that I picked these two wines, and apparently they're like cousins of each other. So
she said I match her. Like I come over here and I'm dressing.
It's uncanny. How many of the last couple of wine videos we don't coordinate or anything? He just shows
up. But we
whatever
actually
he's
do
wearing,
match.
and we've been matching in this past several videos.
We're on the same wavelength. It's like, you know, it's like I go to bed and I call her. And she still stays up for an hour or so after I hang up with her, and I'm sleeping. I'm sound like a baby.
I mean, it's just...
She dreams of my naps. Because I take a nap during the day, she dreams of those sweet slumbers. And she gets them on Saturdays, usually. She gets that sweet. But I'll get up after about an hour. She lays down for 3 hours. She's like
Oh, yeah, when I nap?
It's a power nap, baby.
I nap.
She's serious about her naps.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we're gonna move on to this delicious. And you notice the jacket on there? Why is there?
So Middle Jane is the labels are really fun because every type of wine they have has a different article of clothing on it. Sometimes it's a dress, sometimes it's the Letterman jacket. They just have a variety of different things on there. I'm not quite sure the reason behind why they choose different articles of clothing.
Her kid?
But the Middle Jane story, the story behind the name of this label is it's an homage to their, I believe it was their grandmother. Her name was Jane, and she was just always known for being like very just like put together. She always like had lipstick on, you know, no matter what was going on in her life, she was kind of like this stable force in the family. And every generation after her, any girl that was born, they always had Jane as their middle name. So that's why the name of the wine is called Middle Jane.
This is that
just a fun little story. I love the little stories behind, because a lot of these are family-owned boutique vineyards. They're smaller vineyards, and so a lot of them have some kind of history or some kind of story behind why they came up with the name for their wine.
4 generations ago, there was the first Jane in our family. The great-great-grandmother, Jane, was strong. Mm-hmm. She worked hard. She did things right, and she always wore lipstick. Mm-hmm. A real woman wears red lipstick, in my opinion.
She always did things right. She didn't cut corners. She didn't try to like cheat people or anything like that. She always did what was right.
I forgot about this one.
We haven't had this one in a while, I don't think.
Yeah.
But it definitely. Did you show like how dark the wine is?
Yeah, I mean, this is a
really
deep,
dark wine, and Zinfandel is known for being a little bit more of like a stronger, fruity, like jammy kind of flavor.
Oh yeah, this is definitely really good. But this is one of those wines where you get into it and you're like, tonight it's really good tonight, but it's not like that. This wine right here is not like an every night type of wine.
It's not a go-to wine?
No, it's not an every night type of wine.
Okay. Well, that's what I mean. Like a go-to wine is something you can do any night. My
every night, what used to be Bookbinder's Apprentice Red. I could drink a big glass of that every night, relax. But you know, the Sun Soil is good. It's good.
Sun Soil, Sun, Wind, Soul.
Sun Soul, Sun, Wind, Soul. But that's good. That's good. It's a good red.
That's supposed to be like the replacement for the Bookbinder's Apprentice.
They should have never gotten rid of Bookbinder's.
It doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't have the same taste. It's kind of equivalent on the price level, but yeah, it doesn't have the same taste.
It's good.
Yeah, it's a great red.
Have we done a video on that one?
Yeah, we have.
We have.
Yeah.
We did both of them, didn't we?
I think we did. Yes. We were highlighting because they were new a couple of months ago. So this is the 2020 vintage of Middle Jane Zinfandel, again from North Coast, California. This is $34 a bottle, so it's on a little bit higher price side of the wines. Middle Jane's a little bit higher priced. I think that typically has to do with the length of time that it takes to make the wine. So we'll get to that.
Oh yeah, man.
It's described as fruity and bold, and it is 100% Zinfandel. It is not a blend of anything.
Now the garlic pepper beef jerky, what?
Okay. Has notes of strawberry, balsamic reduction, cherry, and vanilla bean. So again, I thought the dried cherries would probably go really well with this.
Okay, let me just say this.
Okay.
The garlic pepper beef jerky has a little bit of a bite to it, but when you
But it's not super spicy.
When you eat the beef and you take a sip of this and swirl around in your mouth, it brings out the flavor of the beef. Steak. Filet mignon.
Yeah, Zinfandel can go with steak.
Yeah. Something music. Need some music.
I think the song just ended.
Beef, baby.
I don't know, I forgot to taste it before I put the beef in my mouth, but...
Now do it. I'll talk while you do that.
Okay.
So, I am definitely in the mood for some relaxation. I have been working very hard, and I have a long week and weekend coming up.
That's delicious.
Isn't that awesome?
That goes really well.
With beef.
With the beef jerky. And even though the beef jerky has a little bit of like pepperiness to it, it doesn't...
Takes the edge off.
It doesn't overpower. The wine kind of does take the edge off a little bit.
It brings the flavor of the beef out, doesn't it?
Yeah, but it also, like, the jammy flavors of the wine, it's really great, like, yin and yang.
Should we introduce
mixture
the
it
beef
together
jerky into our wine party?
Ooh.
Put, like, platters of it out
Well,
there.
yeah.
People would go nuts.
Well, because we like Winter Garden and everything. Like, we have people that don't live that far away. I don't know if he would deliver all the way out here, but you could place an order and then like we could get it to the people that live around here if they really wanted it.
I would bring it.
I put forks here,
Oh.
if you would like one.
Well, I was going to thank you for bringing a napkin out.
Yes.
She never brings napkins.
I always forget
have
those,
to
yes.
Get up from my seat and go get the napkin.
But I had a little bit of extra time before he got here for us to do the video tonight.
I had to finish my chores.
Yes.
So, I'm here.
Yes. Okay, so this is, like I said, fruity and bold with notes of strawberry, balsamic reduction, cherry, and vanilla bean. So vanilla bean is kind of an interesting mixture into there. I think just kind of like makes it a little bit more like
vanilla
smooth
bean in this wine?
And creamy. Yeah. Well, it's notes because of this particular type of grape and the conditions it was grown in. These are the different flavor notes that are coming out of it.
Well, that answers the question then. That answers the question why I'm tasting that kind of that pudding, that sweet dessert type of flavor.
But it's not like a really it's not a sweet sugary
it's
wine
not
at all.
No, it's not overpowering.
It's like jammy, like fruity.
Well, it's fruity, but the vanilla bean. See, this is what they do. They use different things, but not sugar. They don't directly put like cane sugar in that.
Oh no, absolutely not. This is all just the residual sugar from the natural fermentation process of the grapes.
But the sweetness is really it's.
It definitely is very jammy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So it says, if you love the jammy side of Zinfandel, this is the middle Jane for you. This vintage is juicy and bold, combining berry flavors that are fruit-forward, rich, and smooth. Hence, the balsamic and vanilla give this a fun complexity that is great for sipping or pairing. I mean, it's great for just sipping by itself, but yeah, I mean, we're going to get adventurous here when we try it with some different things.
Oh yeah, and I can tell you honestly, it's initially this particular blend is like goosebump type of thing. And then, you know, as you get going, it's like, this should be, we did this at the climax of one of our wine parties, didn't we? The 2020 Zinfandel. Did we do that or not?
We might have. I think we normally end with like a cab, because it's kind of the stronger,
the heavier
wine. We do like a lighter red, and then we move on to like usually a cab.
What did we do at Eric's house?
We finished with, it was a cab. Viente Cabernet.
And they loved it.
Uh-huh.
They all did love it.
They loved all the wines that we
They
shared.
did. They loved it. We had a great time. They're good people. Hey, Eric. How's it going?
Yeah, I mean, it didn't turn out to be as big of a crowd as we had hoped it was going to be, but it was still a really great time. The weather was gorgeous. Their house is beautiful. We had the party over at their house. So.
Yes, it was. It was great. Wonderful. Thank you for having us. And when we do our party here, it's going to be fun. But Mom will be here November 15th. So if we do another party, maybe, I was thinking if we could do maybe something Christmas.
Yeah.
Or maybe the week you're with me, we could do Christmas, do a Christmas party. Do a wine party type of thing. Maybe the week after Christmas, we can invite everybody over.
Yeah, when everybody's kind of hitting the holiday slump.
Yes.
And you're kind of like in that depressive funk where you're like, all the celebrating is done. New Year's Day has passed, and you're just kind of like, okay, now we're in January.
She's going to be helping me boxing things up.
Yeah, probably will be.
Boxing.
Okay, so the soil to sip report for this wine, it says the grapes of this wine were harvested from vines planted in North Coast, California. After harvest, grapes were fermented in stainless steel vessels with frequent pump overs to promote a healthy fruit-forward flavor. The wine was then aged for 8 months in stainless steel before bottling. So I think because of the length of time that it spends like fermenting and everything, that they have to like keep an eye on it and test things and everything, I think that's typically why the Middle Jane label is a little bit higher in price. You have like Conte La Terre, you have Middle Jane, you have the regular bookbinders. There's a few of the brands that are $30 or more per bottle at a little bit higher price, but that's typically because of the length of time that it takes to make the wine.
The Conte La Terre is my go-to. She knows that.
The red? Conte La Terre red?
The red and the other one. They don't have a Zin, they have a Cab, right?
I know they have Pinot Noir and they have a red blend.
Both of those, and then they're white, the Chardonnay.
Oh.
The Conte La Terre Chardonnay.
Okay.
Those are my go-to.
Yeah,
but
you love the Conte La Terre.
I do love that blend, and I do love the Middle Jane. This is good. This is really good.
I love a Zinfandel. It's because of the bolder, fruitier.
So how many
flavors.
Zinfandels do they have? They have the Middle Jane, and they have what? Which ones?
Oh, geez, I don't know. I have to go back and look through. And
That's good.
I think there's a couple of labels that have like recently run out. Again, because they're smaller boutique vineyards, they can only make it in limited quantities. And when it runs out, it runs out. You have to wait for them to regrow the grapes and go through the whole process before they have another vintage ready to sell. Now, this was the 2020. We're now in 2023. So the grapes that they used for this, that was done a long time ago. So they should be coming out with a new vintage pretty soon.
Which they only have so many bottles left, so.
Right.
We can
it
tell
is
you.
still available on the site though. On the regular site, you don't have to be a Scout Circle member. There's like no other special
2020.
requirements. Right. You
Right.
can still find this on the regular site. So I wanted to point out a little bit too about the Middle Jane. You can either buy it as a one-time purchase, or you can add this to your what do they call it? The
Scout Circle.
no, not the Scout Circle Wine Club Auto Sip. There are certain wines on the site, if you really love them, you can sign up for those for auto sip, is what they call it. And so you can set how frequently you want that wine to be shipped to you. So if there's certain wines that you absolutely love,
be shipped to your
it
house.
can automatically be shipped to you every 2 weeks, every 4 weeks, however often you want it, as long as it's still in stock.
You get a surprise at your door, and you're like, whoa.
Well, you just keep it coming. It's like, I know I love these wines, just keep them coming.
You're going to buy them anyways, right?
I mean, honestly.
If you drink wine, you're going to buy them anyways, right?
Right.
So it's like, why not get this?
So the tasting notes for this wine are strawberry, cherry, and vanilla. I've tried with some of the dried cherries, but I mean, so far it's pretty great with everything that I've tried. It pairs well with barbecue and with poultry.
Yeah, that barbecue's really good.
So I wanted to. That's why I put the barbecue out here, because I figured that would probably go well with it.
Try it while I
We have
talk.
some Sweet Baby Ray's sauce on this barbecue.
Is that what that
too.
is?
Yes.
Oh, that's really good. That's really good.
So that probably would play off with the
She's
jammy
a good
flavors. You know, it's just already pre-marinated pork tenderloin that I just
Unfortunately,
put on a pan in the oven.
my ex-wife was not a good cook. So I'll just throw that out there, and if she's watching, go.
Well,
F yourself.
I doubt she's watching, but
She might be. She might be.
well,
But, you know, ex-wives and husbands, you know, they might watch, whatever. But, hey, hope you're doing good. We're doing good.
yeah.
We're doing really good. So we were talking about buying a house. The two of us are going to buy a house together, and you will join us on this journey.
But we feel like right now the market is just not the right time.
But we're going to put a wine garden at that house.
Absolutely.
We have to figure out the pool, the lanai pool area.
Mm-hmm.
And we have to put, I want plants out there, I want to bring these things, bring them there. Bring all this stuff there. And we can hang it up, right? We do all this same stuff, right?
Yeah.
Put it out there, have the lights go around the pool cage.
Uh-huh.
And we can have a rock waterfall. We found a really beautiful house this weekend that we could afford.
Well, that's available right now.
But it's not the time.
No, it's not the time to buy.
We could easily buy it. Easily.
Yes.
And the pool was ridiculous. And I was thinking to myself, can you imagine that waterfall behind the scenes when we're doing wine videos?
And it wasn't exactly lakefront, but it was very close to the lake. So like all the different activities
But
that we
the
like to do
pool-
on the lake
But
would
the
be easily
pool-
accessible.
The pool was like a resort-style pool with a cave and a jacuzzi inside the cave.
Oh,
so
right
high,
now.
but you know, if we were to buy that house, that's what we're gonna get. That's the type of house we're gonna get.
Yes.
And if we could get that on a lake, can you imagine?
Uh-huh.
I mean, can you honestly? It would be like the kids would never leave. They would come in
Well,
droves.
it's not necessarily a great thing.
I know.
But entice them to come
Right.
and spend a little bit of time.
No, you can't live with us. They might want to.
Yeah. So the ingredients of this wine are grapes, yeast, oak, tartaric acid, malolactic bacteria, and sulfites. Every wine has sulfites in it.
You always talk about the malolactic bacteria. Now, people are probably getting scared by that. What does that mean?
It's just another ingredient that's used in the fermentation process. Some of the wines have it, some of them don't. But it's just to help, I think, maybe create the smoothness,
It's
the flavor,
non-GMO, right?
and all that kind of stuff. I'm fairly certain, because everything else has to be like organic and no pesticides.
Well, I'm sure I know the owners of Scout and Cellar would never allow GMO.
Oh, I don't think so.
They'd throw it away.
Yeah, I don't think so. So this is 14.02% alcohol, slightly higher alcohol content. It is 1.01 grams per liter residual sugar, a little bit higher. And it's 93 parts per milliliter of sulfites, which I find interesting that the red would be higher in sulfites than the rosé. But
Really?
it is. So, I mean, if you ever have problems with drinking wine and you get headaches, I think you kind of have to be a little more mindful about the amount of sulfites. But again, all of the clean crafted wines are going to be 100 or less. So if you have problems with most wines that you find in the store, they are most likely going to be much higher in sulfites, and it's almost like you're having an allergic reaction, and that's why you might have some congestion and headaches
reaction tonight.
and other things like that. Allergic reaction to what?
I don't know. When I left Publix, got in the truck,
You started sneezing?
I started sneezing, and my eyes started watering suddenly, and then it went away.
I think that's more of like the effects of what's in the air right now.
Oh my god! I sneezed 5 or 6 times. My eyes were watering. I'm like, what the heck? My nose was running, and then it just goes away. It's like allergies, but
Probably.
no. But I will tell you honestly, it's like I don't even care anymore. It's like everything blurs into each other. So my tomorrow I actually get up early. I'm going to a sale, and then I went to a great sale today.
Yeah, you got a lot of good things.
Found It. They're called Found It by Orlando.
Okay.
Found It by Orlando, and they're great. They're great people. They take really good care of me. It's a mother-son team,
Okay.
and
Well, you gotta love to support like family businesses.
they take care of me.
Yeah.
They both come up to me and they're like, "Hey Joel, how you doing?" They know me by name. It's like, yeah, I'm buying a ton of shit. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, we'll do it.
They know you're a big spender.
Right, and they love it. And I said, you know what? I want to thank you for pricing your stuff properly for resellers.
That's true.
And they said, you know what? We do it. That's what we do. And I said, I will come to your sales on the first day. So, off the beaten path, real quick. If you want to be a reseller and have an online business and buy things, you go to estate sales and auctions. Certain sales overprice everything on the first day. They have a 3-day sale. They wicked overprice it on the first day, and you don't go. You just don't go. If I'm going to sell you this phone for $100 today, you're not going to pay me $100. Tomorrow you give me $40 for it, right? So you wait till tomorrow.
Yeah, they do different like percentage discounts the second day, and then the third day is a little bit deeper.
Right, and then some owners will actually price things rationally and logically to cater to the resellers. So
On the first day.
on the first day,
Okay.
I'll get out there.
So I tried this with the cherries, the barbecue, goes absolutely delicious. So if you're having any kind of barbecue dinner, this Zinfandel is perfect for that kind of thing. Some people do beer and everything else, but if you have wine drinkers, this is a great wine to serve if you're having any kind of barbecue. This time of year, barbecues, tailgates, cookouts and all that kind of stuff that you're having, it goes perfectly with any kind of barbecue that you're serving.
Imagine a sandwich with that.
I find it interesting with the Parmigiano Reggiano, the kind of like more pungent, saltier cheese. It brings almost like a smoky flavor to the wine. You're gonna have to give that a try. Now I have plums over here just because I love plums. It doesn't say anything about like notes of plum. Nothing about notes of plum, but I figured it probably would go well with these like jammy flavors. What do you think?
Wait. I'm not getting anything from the parm. I'm getting it cuts the sharpness of the parm.
I got smoky.
Wait, I have a hidden invisible whisker.
Oh my
Ready?
gosh. His party trick. Oh, the kids go crazy.
It's really there. There's an invisible.
Like a little splash.
Your kids would actually believe that, didn't they?
At first, they were looking. They were like, "How is he doing that?" When they were younger, of course.
Now they.
Now they're not amused
Well, they
at
try
all.
to do it.
Now that they're
They try
teenagers,
to.
they're not amused at all.
So if I go to them, I go like, "Hey, look at," they go. They look at me like this.
Oh my gosh.
I can do it to my kids. My kids will do it.
Okay, so a little bit more information. This is 114 calories per 5-ounce serving, 0.149 grams of carbs per 5-ounce serving, and of course, 0 grams of fat. So that's all I have to share about this wine. No other fun, like, did you know fact or anything like that. So, any closing thoughts that you have about any of this?
Well, I will say this. Again, I'm going to wine drinkers out there that you guys love wine. This is a once a week type of wine.
Middle Jane is very good, but because of the price point of it, yeah, you don't.
No, it's not about the price.
Often.
It's about the. I'm talking about now. The darker the wine, the heavier, the darker the red.
The better it is for you.
The better it is for your heart. Clears the arteries. So you should always try to drink at least 1 glass per day of heavy red wine. Honestly, even if it's a small amount. You know, they say, oh, grape juice, whatever, but red wine specifically, because the alcohol combined with the grapes and the way things are processed, it reduces cholesterol.
With the antioxidants also.
Yes, the antioxidants.
The darker red wine.
Absolutely. But I will say this, it's not an every night type of wine, but it is a once a week type of wine with a filet mignon.
Yes.
Maybe some top round, maybe some this delicious organic beef jerky.
Well, I mean, it does say that it goes well with not only barbecue, but like poultry as well. So you can do lighter meats with it as well.
Well,
but it kind of depends on like how you could. We have the beef jerky, but we have the pork tenderloin with the barbecue sauce. Goes really great with
That's
this.
really good.
Thank you.
That's really
I
good.
worked really hard on it. I'm kidding.
It's really good though.
Okay. Well, at least I didn't burn it.
I'm easy. I'm easy. You can do whatever you want.
Okay.
I'm so easy.
Okay.
But anyway, so here's the deal. Please comment, like, share the video. If you like this, if you like what you're seeing, go on her link. I posted a link.
If you're members on our Facebook page, our Clean Cork It with Michele Joel, there I put the links to these wines in the comments of the post that tells you about the wines that we had tonight.
Yep.
So definitely take a peek at that if
Goes
you are
directly
interested.
to her account.
And you
She
can
gets
order,
credit.
the direct link to order through my account if these sound interesting to you and you would like to give them a try.
Yes, and if you live in the greater Orlando area and you want to have us host a party for you, please.
Or you want to come and just be a part of what our next wine tasting that we have here in the wine
Yes,
garden.
you're welcome to come. But please message us. There's a messenger thing on there. You can send us a message. She'll probably respond before I do, but we both have access to it. Send us a private message, a PM. I never knew what PM was. Drop it in your DM.
Or DM, yeah.
Drop it in your DM.
Oh my gosh.
How do we drop it in the DM? You can drop it in our DM, and you could say...
Okay, we're not boomers. We do understand a little bit of the technology lingo. And you are a web developer, so you understand all of this too. So don't pretend that we're just so ignorant about technology.
Act stupid. I have to play stupid.
Oh my
but no.
gosh.
Anyway, so if you drop it in the DM like it's hot. Drop it in the DM like it's hot.
Like DMX.
But no, send us a message and we would be happy to meet with you to talk about hosting a party for you. We'd come to your house and we would do it. I'll use my New York accent too. I can talk to you. Like
but if you don't live in the area and you are interested in these wines, please put an order in. I can help you if there are any questions about, I like these kind of wines, but I don't know which one to order. I can give you recommendations.
Talk to her.
I can talk to you about the different discounts that you can get depending on what kind of orders that you place. Just reach out to us and let us know. But trust us. If you just try the clean crafted wine, you will not be disappointed.
You'll be hooked. You'll be hooked. I'm telling you, I'm hooked. I don't buy any other wines.
Yeah.
At all. My sons are going to be expecting lots of this when they come.
Well, there will be lots at Thanksgiving, so
They're going to be like...
they will not be disappointed.
And his wife and...
Yes.
Nate's new girlfriend.
We'll see.
Nate, are you bringing your girlfriend?
Oh my gosh.
Ah!
That's a conversation for another day.
Okay.
All right. Have a great week, everybody.
Yep.
And we'll see you next week.
Yeah, try to take care of yourself for the rest of the week. We've been working hard. I know you're working hard, and we produce these videos for you. So follow the link, follow our Facebook page. If you got any questions, send them to her.
Bye.
See ya.